Hello Wrestle Midlands fans, it is me, Colin Russell-Ames, the voice of Wrestle Midlands, and I'm delighted to be joined by our international guest for today's show, Harlem Bravado. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me, I appreciate it.
It's wonderful to see you here, and how are you feeling about being in the UK, first of all?
I'm loving it, man. I've been here for almost 9 months now, so I've been here all of 2017.
Wow.
So I'm adjusting, and it's nice to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Like every match I've had, it's just constantly first time matchup, so it's just making me a better wrestler overall.
Of course, I mean, the British scene at the moment is a bit of a magnet for guys around the world, really, isn't
it? Yeah. And it kind of blows my mind that more people haven't done this. Like, Americans come over, but there's nobody who just kind of immersed themselves in it. I'm here every day. I'm leading training at the All-Star School, and I'm going to all these different shows. It's so hot right now, I'm just surprised that more people haven't done it. But, it was good timing for me to be able to come over here and have this opportunity.
Of course, it's wonderful having you here so far, and while you've been in the UK, so you've been here about 9 months or so, is there anybody who you've wrestled in particular who's really stood out for you as being a great opponent?
So many. My current favorite opponent in the UK, and the person I think is probably the best, is James Mason.
Yes.
I think a lot of people would probably tell you that, but he's just a guy in the ring, you can just, it's just a feeling you have, you just know everything's going to be, perfect, everything's going to be smooth. So I would say he's probably my favorite. Dean Allmark's another guy. So many guys. Everybody in the UK is just so good. They've almost, because of the notoriety they have to step the game up. You know what I mean? All the UK talents do. And I'm get to live it firsthand. I get to see all these guys at the top of their game. It's really good for me.
And of course, while you've been here in the UK for a little while now, our fans will probably know you best from your time wrestling over in the US, in particular, of course, as one half of a very successful tag team, the Bravado brothers. Mm-hmm. Since moving over to the UK, not only adjusting to UK life, but how have you found it maybe adjusting from being a regular tag wrestler to a regular one-on-one guy?
That's been the biggest change for me, because not only is he your tag partner, it's also my brother. It's the guy that I've lived with my whole life, and the guy that I've trained with my whole life, and the guy that every match I go into knowing I got somebody else.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge thus far has just been knowing it's all on me. Not only that, but I always had a travel partner as well. That's another thing. Wrestlers put thousands of miles, on their cars, on their body throughout the year. And now I'm just learning how to do it by myself. So it's tough. In and out of the ring is tough, but it's made me better.
And speaking of challenges in the ring, we'll bring it round to tonight's show later on today. You're going to be wrestling against Damien Dunn, the Wrestle Midlands champion.
Yep.
Is that, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's a first-time match as well?
First-time matchup, yep.
How are you looking forward to wrestling, Damien?
I'm looking forward to it on a few levels. One, because it's the first-time matchup, but I've been on many shows with Damien.
Yes.
So I always make a point to watch his matches, to study what he's doing, because he's one of the guys that's hot right now.
Yeah.
So, I always just try to check out those guys and see, what are they doing? How are they game planning for their matches? How are they warming up for their matches? What moves are they doing? Just things because I know that I'm going to be wrestling them eventually. Yeah. I just know that's going to happen. So, I'm prepared. I've been watching him. For instance, last week we were on a show together and I watched his entire match. Just kind of try to get in his head a little bit and see what I need to do to up my game. And it's a huge opportunity. It's my first time wrestling for Wrestle Midlands, and it's already a championship match. So, the pressure's on, but that's how you get better.
Of course, and I suppose then, as a final thing, you've been here in the UK for a long time. I assume you're staying here for a little while. Are you planning to stay?
Yeah, I'm planning on staying. I'm here for the long haul.
Good man, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So, if you do beat Damien Dunn tonight, obviously you become the Wrestle Midlands champion.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who, whether it's in Wrestle Midlands as champion or whether it's somewhere else in the future, is there anybody in the UK you're looking forward to facing you may not have wrestled yet?
So, my brother and I wrestled the Hunter Brothers a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think if I was the Wrestle Midlands champion, I'd like to take on one of them individually. Because it's an interesting dynamic as opposed to, I've been in a tag team my whole career, they've been in tag teams their whole career. It'd be interesting to see two tag team, or predominantly tag team wrestlers wrestle against each other.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a really cool thing for us and for the fans, just to see two guys outside of the comfort zone, locking it up one more time. So.
Well, that's a really interesting idea, and whether you are successful tonight against Damien or not, I certainly hope we will be able to see you again in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic, and who knows, maybe we can set up that match with one of the Hunters one time.
Let's do it, man.
Fantastic.
Matchmakers, if you're listening, let's make this happen. Hopefully for the Wrestle Midlands Championship.
Yeah, hey, General Manager Simon Brown, that's over to you, my friend, but for now, thank you very much for joining me, sir. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. We'll see you guys soon.